Our goal is to always perform at our best and to deliver, obviously, the very best orthodontic care that we can. And part of that is delivering the care in the most efficient way that we can. And certainly, when patients have to wait on us, it's a giant inconvenience to them. And part of our sterilization process in our old system slowed it down, and people often had to wait on us. We were very confident that the instruments that we were using were sterile, but packaging and repackaging and going through the process of sterilizing those instruments was really cumbersome. We had a tray building system where we would choose instruments from a rack of sterile instruments, build a tray for each procedure. There was often a sink full of dirty instruments, finding what you needed. If you needed an extra plier that you didn't have on your tray, trying to find it from the stack of sterile pliers. It was just very cumbersome and very time consuming.
It was before our summer schedule was coming, and we just knew we weren't going to be able to make it through that summer schedule doing things the way that we were.
So our treatment coordinator had heard of Jackie through a continuing education seminar and said, "Can I call her?" And I said, "Please do." So I think it was within a week. Jackie was in our office, evaluated our system, and instead of throwing her hands up in the air in frustration, she said, "I can fix this." And our new system, it's so streamlined, it's so quick, it's so easy. You're never waiting to find a sterile instrument. It's always available. It's just much more streamlined, it's much more efficient. I think everybody feels more confident in the system as well.
I think the payoff for using the new instrumentation and sterilization cassettes has been efficiency. What that does is it frees up your staff to have more time to make patients feel comfortable, to connect personally, ask them how their day is going or what they've been doing.
We saw so much time freed up and stress freed up. We were free to do the things that we really needed to be doing instead of setting up trays and worrying about our instruments and do we have everything through.
We can sit and talk with the patients, and that's one thing with Dr. Hullings. He loves to get to know his patients. We have more time to do that.
One of the problems we had prior to changing our instruments was the appearance of the instruments. They would start to discolor as a result of the sterilization process. The tips on the cutting instruments tended to fail much more quickly. Hu-friedy instruments are very well made, and that is the reason I chose to make a big investment and purchase their instruments, because two reasons: they're very high precision instruments, and the second thing is they hold up well to the sterilization process. But as far as appointments going smoothly, knowing that you've got good edges on your appliances, you're going to get clean cuts on ligatures or the distal ends of wires, things like that, that's very helpful.
Hu-friedy ortho instruments have helped us to be able to perform at our best by being reliable. We know we can count on our distal end cutters to do the job and to be sharp. We know that we can count on the instruments to look good when we open the cassette. You know, presentation is a big part of what we do, and we want everything to look good, and we know we can count on them to look good as well as work very well.
The actual wrapped instruments can make a really big impact on our patients, especially in, I would say, in our new patient exams, when I have wrapped mirrors and instruments, and as I'm opening that package I can talk about our sterilization system and how we're doing everything we can to protect our patients and those things. And I think that makes a big impact on not only the patient's perception, but especially the parents' perception of our practice and what we're doing to protect their children.
If someone wanted to go to the hu-friedy cassette system, do it right away. It was the best thing that we did. It makes your life so much less stressful. Everything's together. You're not having to rebuild trays. It's amazing. It takes so much stress off the assistant.
I think we found that the return on our investment for going with the hu-friedy cassettes and instrumentation has been great. Certainly from a time-saving standpoint, And using a really high quality product offers savings in that you don't have to replace instruments and or cassettes because they wear out, because our experience has been very good. And I think we're able to keep our instruments in tip-top shape a lot longer.
When I think of hu-friedy, I do think of high quality. And that's really what Dr. Hullings wants to bring to our practice, which is why he insists on using the hu-friedy instruments. We know that they're high quality.
Like us.
Like we are.